Imagine you're driving home, minding your own business, when out of nowhere, another car violently swerves into your lane. You slam the brakes, your heart pounds, and instantly you boil over with rage. This intense, explosive reaction is the default state for most of us. We are conditioned to experience the world as an active antagonist, full of people constantly acting against our interests. The real problem here is what Eastern philosophy calls mental anguish. When you interpret every spilled coffee, every slow cashier, and every sudden swerve in traffic as a deliberate attack, it drains your mental energy down to zero. But here is the strange truth of human psychology. 99% of the events that make your blood boil have absolutely nothing to do with you. Our perception of these events is built on an illusion. To understand how deep this illusion goes, we have to look back at Eastern traditions, which spent centuries mapping out exactly how the mind manufactures its own misery. The spiritual teacher Osho spoke extensively about the mechanics of human reactivity and the ego's strange relationship with anger. He frequently referenced the story of the empty boat. While it sounds like a simple fable, it serves as a specific demonstration of how our perception can be tricked by its own assumptions. Understanding this simple story reveals the mechanics of our own anger, allowing us to find a sense of quiet in a highly reactive world. The story begins on a quiet early morning. A sailor is out on a calm river, gently rowing his boat through the mist, enjoying absolute peace. Suddenly, another boat violently crashes into his vessel from out of nowhere, shattering the silence. The sailor immediately erupts. He screams at the other driver, "Are you blind? Do you not know how to steer?" His ego flares up, certain that this person is either malicious or incredibly incompetent. But as the mist clears, the sailor looks over the edge of the second boat. It is completely empty. There is no driver. It is just an untethered piece of wood drifting along the river's current. Without any conscious effort to calm down or suppress his feelings, the sailor's intense rage evaporates into total silence in a fraction of a second. Standing on the riverbank, a guru and his disciple watch this entire exchange unfold. The disciple is confused. He asks, "How could that man go from pure rage to complete undisturbed calm so instantly?" The physical collision didn't cause the anger. It was manufactured by the sailor's ego, assuming it was deliberately targeted. The moment he saw the empty boat, the opponent vanished. Without hostile intention to push against, the ego cannot sustain anger. It deflates. Our minds often crave this friction. We project intention onto random accidents just to give our ego an opponent to fight, a reason to feel slighted. Mental anguish is not created by the physical collisions of life. It is a byproduct of how your ego interprets those collisions. You might hear this and think exactly what the disciple asks next. Should we just stay silent at every insult? Do we let people walk all over us? The guru gives a decisive no. Protecting yourself from physical danger or practical harm is a necessity. Blind emotional reactivity is not. Before you react to any conflict, ask yourself one diagnostic question. Who actually got hurt here? You or just your ego? True wisdom is the ability to distinguish an actual threat from a bruised ego. You take action to handle the real threats, and you ignore the ego bruises. Look at your modern life through this lens. The driver who cut you off, the coworker sending short emails, the stranger acting toxic. They are almost always just empty boats. Their chaotic behavior is driven by their own blind currents of stress and conditioning. Their actions are rarely, if ever, actually about you. The guru leaves his disciple with a final instruction. When your own mind becomes like an empty boat, the collisions of the world will not be able to shake you. Navigating daily life with an empty boat mind means moving through the world without a fragile sense of self, just waiting to be offended. Peace comes from emptying the boat of the ego, leaving nothing behind for the world's collisions to strike.